Welcome back to Lightcraft Academy. Today's episode and the lesson therein is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. It's been on my bucket list. Designing a set, a template, a massive template for anybody who's using Jetset in a broadcast setting. Now obviously today I'm creating a new set for a school application, and I want to talk about school and students. We're really talking about elementary all the way through college. If you are using Jetset in that capacity, this is an episode you're going to want to keep an eye on or take a really good look at, because what I've done is I went in and I created a 13K massive set, and that's what you're seeing here. The idea being, if I created a 13K massive set, downsized to 4K for this video, then I could sectionalize it. I could build a sports set, a news set, and a weather set, and each individual piece would still be 4K. So if you do the math there, it makes sense, and that's what I've done. In today's episode, I'm going to show you how you can take my template. By the way, these are available free on our Flickr account. Send me an email and I'll give you the access code. They're free. You would simply drop them in. I'm going to show you Canva, free for students, Photoia, free for the world, and then Photoshop, how you can then swap out the weather map or the sports set or the sports graphic and make this something that you can use in your school. Let me first cut to the three images. Let's show you. I see this is sort of like, this would be the two anchor, what we call in my program, the two anchor open, where the anchors begin the broadcast and they do a coming up on today's show we have. Then you go to your show open, then you might come back to this shot. Okay, now in this shot, this would be what we would call a one shot. So maybe coming out of your two shot and then your show open, you're back now to your anchor. For my friends in the UK, you're back now to your presenter, and that person, he or she would then introduce the first story. What we've done essentially is we've cut from the super wide to this tight shot coming out of an opening, and so you have some pretty cool consistency. You could, if you wanted to, if you watched my last episode, feed this still image into an AI platform and make those lights actually sort of blink. So here's of the four panel, the wide shot being panel number one. We'll call this panel number two. Let's now go to the sports set. You could actually have this as either a wide set like this, so that I can actually work the graphic, or you could make this a tight shot. But now this would be panel number two. Maybe we should have worked left to right, but panel number two anyway. This is a sports set. Again, I'm going to walk you through how you can change out that graphic, but it would be kind of cool to make this sort of interactive and have the reporter, the sports reporter, actually talking about the graphic. This is panel number two. But we definitely will want a wide shot for the weather set. Let's take a look at that. And the weather set, thank goodness for green screen, blue screen. Thank goodness that technology was invented way back in the day, because where would weather forecasts be without that technology? Cheating a little bit, if you saw one of my prior episodes, I'm using small pieces of green tape, and that allows me to point to Sunday and get out of the way, and then point to Friday. A nice little cheat there. Let's take a look at how how you can adapt this for your own broadcast using Canva, Photoia, even Photoshop. I'll be right back. I'm going to come back to this set and we'll play around a little bit. Canva is so accessible to schools, students, and teachers, and it really is an awesome resource. But it does lack a few features, and one of them is the ability to distort images. I was able to kind of add in a custom image to the template, but it's a bit trial and error in terms of matching the perspective that you really need to overlay the new image, in this case a weather graphic. Photoia is free and web-based, and it's actually very similar to Photoshop, and I used its distort tool to pretty accurately overlay this new image. The concept is that you are adding your own custom graphic onto the template that I built, and ultimately you'll load that into Jetset. The process is very seamless in Photoshop, and it's easy to really zoom in on the graphic to precisely line up the margins. And that's really all there is to customizing this set for your own productions. And we're back to our super cool weather studio. I know that I'm standing in front of Monday, but I know where Monday is because of my little green tape cheat. That's a tongue twister. Thank you for watching. As I always say, because it's true, I'm already working on my next episode. please subscribe, as I always beg of you. Take care. We'll see you next time.